Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Agri Business Now. I am your host, Nakita Samuel, here to update you on all of the activities that are currently taking place within the agricultural sector in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In this week's program, we have for you highlights from the AgriExpo 2019 walkthrough with the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Soboto Caesar. We also have some news and announcements, so please stay tuned. Agri Business Now will be right back.
Water. It is 75% of the Earth's surface, yet it is scarce in some places. It's 70% of our body's mass, yet many do not drink that 8 glasses per day. The forest plays an important part in the water cycle by protecting our watersheds. Water is life. Protect the forest. Preserve life.
Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Agri Business Now. AgriExpo SVG 2019 was recently held to highlight the works of the agricultural sector in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as to showcase a few entrepreneurs associated with the sector. The exposition, which began on Wednesday 16th October, was originally scheduled to be a 4-day event, but was extended to Sunday, October 20th due to popular demands by patrons. On Friday, the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labour, Honorable Soboto Caesar, accompanied by other officials, took a tour of the various stalls at the decommissioned Iti Joshua Airport compound.
What does the UD stand for?
It's Eunice and Dennis.
Eunice and Dennis?
Yes.
Always wondered, right? All right, okay. God bless. God bless. Eunice and Dennis. And what's this made from?
This is actually fabric and bottles, wine bottles.
Yes. This used to be a wine bottle, and she has transformed it into this shape. This one is especially.
My brand is called Brioche, and we offer all natural coconut-based products. We try to utilize the coconut as much as possible. If you can see, we have our virgin coconut oil, which we made from coconut, of course. And after we finish processing, what we do, we also use the candle, the shell, to make our candle, a scented candle. The remain from the coconut, we use it in our soaps to make our coconut soaps. We're sold out currently of our coconut soaps, so we don't have any except maybe the sample. Yeah.
And they also have the creams.
Yes. So persons might not like the scent of coconut, so we try to offer a variety. So we have lotions, because not everybody like oil.
You even have the lip balm.
Yes.
Do you export these? Or all these
To-
locally?
Yes. Some we have in Barbados, and well, persons just buy them for the spa, so it won't have like the name of the business, so they buy them to use in the spa. Yeah. And Antigua.
Now this lady had helped us out when we had a very large supply of plantains once, an oversupply on the market. And she was the one, remember when they bought the set of plantains from us? So this has breadfruit.
Raisin. This is a mixture of all my products. I call this my party pack.
Your party pack.
Yeah, so I put all the product into it. You have ripe plantain, you have breadfruit, you have sweet potato, and I put some nuts and raisins. So you don't only have one thing to eat, you have different things that you can eat. And beside this, I have unsalted plantain chips. I do the salted ones. You have the ripe ones. These are regular, and I also do the spicy for the ripe one.
So you have salt, unsalted, spicy, and regular.
Yes, please. And then now, I've started with this peanut. It worth trying. That is ginger coated peanut. I do it with ginger It's crunchy, it's fresh, it's nice, it's not salty, it's not
It's
sugary.
almost like a honey roasted kind of,
Well, it's
but
something
ginger
like that
crust.
with ginger.
And very good for your digestion, right?
Oh, thank you very much.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
That's nice. That's a good.
This is a pain suppressor. And it's called Matolco. It was started by my father, Bayless Frederick.
It's a pain suppressant.
It is a pain suppressant, and it is working. We have here a demonstration from Mr. Gonsalves in Georgetown. Nazim Gittins is also our sales director. He isn't here at the moment, but together we were able to have very, very good reviews, excellent reviews. The base of this product is coconut oil, and we're trying to do a link between the agriculture sector and us here. And in celebration of our 40th anniversary of independence, we came out with a bang. Grab this opportunity. So Notolco, that's our pain. Notolco. Yes, coconut and nutmeg and other ingredients. Lignum vitae. Yes, it's a pain suppressant. It's the best thing yet.
I'm going to try it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So that's also the education process, the different components of the feeds, corn, wheat, and the soya. And to promote that we have a new line of feeds which are antibiotic free.
Antibiotic free.
Yeah, antibiotic free, because the whole world going now, pro-antibiotic free, especially the European side. So we're trying to keep up before they come and pressure us to change entirely. Yes. So we started the process. We had seminars around the Caribbean. We had one in St. Vincent, we had the one in Dominica, and the one in just with the St. Kitts and Nevis to update farmers around the region. So we have 5 feeds that are already antibiotic free, so we're just promoting them and to educate persons about how the feed is actually made.
Okay,
It was just explained to me that this banana, the FH1A01, the fear one, is resistant to black sigatoka
disease and tropical race 4.
and the tropical race 4.
That's Physeromoxysporium kind of a disease.
So as we work to ensure that the banana industry is viable, one thing we have to do as it pertains to sustainable production is to make sure that the plants that we have, the material, that they're resistant to a lot of the diseases that will be coming to St. Vincent and Grenadines. We are aware that between Hurricane Thomas that destroyed 98% and Black Sigatoka, that the industry was decimated. And what we are doing now as we rebuild with the assistance of the government and people of Taiwan with the banana revitalization project is that we are assisting farmers, but we also have to spend some emphasis using the good assistance that CARDI is providing to ensure that our farmers get more resilient varieties to plant, because we know that we are affected by the vagaries of these diseases. We want to take this opportunity to thank CARDI for their excellent work, and just to explain that in the very near future we'll be seeing a relocation of the office to the New Ground station, and from that station they will be actually servicing the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I really want to thank them for their excellent work. So these are products that we have sampled.
Yes, we have products that conform to our national labeling standards and products that do not conform to our national labeling standards.
Okay.
We also have possible salt and sugar content for various products that we consume on a daily basis. So we would just like to make the public aware of the sugar and salt content to consume sparingly.
Okay.
And this section is our metrology department that we do weights and measures. And we have food safety information here and information related to standards on this side.
It's very important that we work together with the Bureau of Standards, because if we want to grow a local industry, we have to ensure that we have products that can meet the international marketing standards. And I'm really proud as Minister of Agriculture to underscore the important point that over the years we have seen a significant improvement in the packaging, in the labeling, and it is definitely going to assist us as we market these products, not only in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but overseas.
FAO has been a very faithful partner, not only to the Ministry of Agriculture, but to the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have successfully partnered with the Honorable Minister and his team to host this exhibition, and we are very proud with the outcome. I think it is really a tremendous feat in the sense that since 2008, we are now making an attempt after 10, 11 years, and to be honest with you, I'm very proud to know that the team has been able to pull this together and to demonstrate to the Vincentian public that agriculture is alive and well. And not only agriculture, but the efforts we are making at developing the value chains in terms of the value addition is really taking root. And we really just need to have the confidence of the general public and the farming community that these things do take time, but rest for sure that with the support of FAO, that we will continue to do our farmers well.
Yes, Chief, is actually a mosquito repellent. This is, Chief, this is actually the banana wine.
So what is required here is packaging.
To put the fruit on it.
That's right. And all of that. So let's see how we can work.
So this is the...
Wow. Valley Gold, banana.
Yeah. Since you said it, they put it on. Of the traditional medicine.
Yeah, and all the pictures are natural. I mean, they're taken from something like garden and in the forest.
I am happy that the Medicinal Cannabis Authority is here, and what they're really showcasing is the new science which is emerging. It is the quest of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to establish a modern medicinal industry, of which cannabis is only one of these commodities which will be used for raw material. We're going to also look at the coconuts, the aloe vera, the neem, the turmeric, and the ginger. And I'm very happy to see that we are here today and we have come such a long way where we are promoting the medicinal use of cannabis that was clearly outlined in the legislation. The Farmers Support Company continues to provide services to hundreds of farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we must commend the company for establishing an excellent working relationship with the farmers, and Charlene does an excellent job, and it has become a centerpiece in the Ministry of Agriculture. I can recall a few years ago we approached the lending agencies to work closer with farmers and the fisher folk, and we did not get the type of response that we were expecting. And the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, being a people-centered government, we decided that we are going to establish a farmers support company. And there are hundreds of farmers that continue to benefit, and there are thousands of farmers who benefited either by way of a credit or by way of a grant. And I want to encourage those farmers who have benefited from the farmers support company when you sell your stuff, when you sell your produce, don't only remember the bank, the commercial bank that you might have something for, and the light bill and the water bill, but also remember the FSC, because we are here to serve you. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the stakeholders in St. Vincent and the Grenadines involved in the production of plants and flowers, especially in horticulture. Astor John, aka Ras John, the owner and proprietor of Creative Gardening, hails from the constituency of South Central Windward. And throughout his life, you can see the works of his hands and his fingers throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because he spends a lot of time and focuses on being creative. If you notice what you see here, it's not just a pond, but he came, he looked at what was available, and he was able to, from his own setup at home, bring this here. And it is really the showpiece of the expo. Persons, I got a call from New York yesterday where a lady said she wanted it to expand into next week because she wanted to come and see the pond live and direct. And I really want to underscore a very important point. We have to stop a lot of the companies from importing plants that we produce here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I hope so.
Because we have these plants here, and some of these plants are indigenous to the country. And what we have seen over the years is the importation of plants from some countries. They also introduce a lot of pests and diseases. So I am not just saying that because I want to promote my local plants, but I want to protect not only horticulture, but agriculture. Because when you bring in a rose, no matter how sweet it smells, once it comes in with a bug or a pest, it can devastate a lot of our crops that we have here. And I really want to look at the beauty. Things like these, we need to see more persons pay to have these setups at their residence. It's entertaining, it's therapeutic, and really and truly, it goes to show that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are very talented people. We continue to do excellent work, and I really again want to congratulate Ras John for his creativity, and we are here richer because we are benefiting from his creativity. Thank you very much, Sir John. Thank you. This is the sweet potato flour, and it is manufactured by the Ministry of Agriculture. This is a sweet potato, the Tanya. We have here the dasheen flour and the breadfruit flour.
This is actually the major seller.
The major seller is the breadfruit flour. But what is important is that we are seeing where we are transforming the banana industry. Persons who are interested in using banana flour and producing bananas to turn into flour. And I challenge anyone listening who may be in the private sector, if they want the technology to produce these, we will be able to hand the technology to them. So there are young persons who may want to produce these for sale. They may want to market them overseas. The Ministry of Agriculture will provide the technology for them to ensure that they increase the industry.
All gluten-free.
We also spoke to officials and sponsors who contributed significantly in ensuring the success of this event.
So we're at the AgriExpo 2019 and we're with the minister himself, Honorable Soboto Caesar, and he's going to give us a brief overview of what he thinks about the whole expo.
Definitely it was an excellent showcasing of the hard work and dedication of the stakeholders in the agriculture sector and fisheries in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Definitely, we are aware that persons are working diligently and in a very astute manner to ensure that we develop our country. And I really wish that from time to time we will spend more time recognizing and appreciating the hard work that our farmers and our farm workers are putting into building this blessed nation. As we celebrate 40 years of independence, it's no better time than now to showcase this work, because it is definitely evidence of our sovereignty and our ability to build ourselves in a true way.
I'm with the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Raymond Ryan, and he's going to tell us what he thinks about the expo.
I think it is a tremendous success. And this is evidenced by the fact that persons are actually asking us to extend it all the way to independence. Of course, at this time we were not prepared for that, and we have not mobilized the resources to do that. It actually demonstrates the capacity of the Ministry of Agriculture and the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture in making things happen. It is, I must say, I'm pleased with the exhibition, with the exposition. The exhibits are quite wide and varied. There is the opportunity for the general public, for all stakeholders to see what is offered by the agricultural sector, the services, the goods, products. And as you can see, there is a wide variety. What we're doing with respect to conservation, what we're doing with respect to management of our resources, the production of, for example, timber, which some persons may not think that this is part of agriculture, but it is a production activity, and it is very much part of agriculture. So I want to say I am pleased.
This is the FAO's national correspondent, Dr. Colleen Phillips, and she is going to tell us what was the FAO's role in the exposition.
Well, first of all, the FAO were part of, or they are the major funders of this particular activity. There was a contribution of $35,000 US, and we are very pleased to say, a lot of my colleagues have already gone back to their respective offices, but I'm pleased to report that the general consensus was one they are quite pleased with what they've seen. They are satisfied that the objectives were met, and it is really it's a tremendous effort that we've seen put into display. Really and truly, the Ministry of Agriculture has brought together all of the activities that they are involved in, and not just bring it together, but they have the exposition is really one which is quite eye-opening, to be very honest. There is a lot to see. It is professionally displayed, and of course each entity is only too willing to explain what is going on. So we are really pleased with the outcome of the exposition, and I really want to take this opportunity to congratulate the Ministry of Agriculture on behalf of the Food and Agriculture Organization.
This is the man who spearheaded the entire AgriExpo 2019, Mr. Cornelius Richards, and he is going to tell us what he thinks about the accomplishments of the event.
This event was set against one general idea, that the public generally do not at this time appreciate all that is taking place in the agriculture sector. If you ask the average man on the road, what is taking place in the agriculture sector, they tell you, I don't know, banana dead, you get that sort of vibes coming out. We thought if we designed the event in a way to showcase the sector, we would achieve at the end, and we are doing that, a change in our mindset, our thinking of how the sector works. So that is why we changed the name from an exhibition to an exposition. And I've said it many times before. An exhibition is simply a collection of items, you know. An exposition is the exposing of an event, of a sector, in this case the agriculture sector. The sector is alive and kicking from the forest to the ocean. From the mountains, our upper watersheds, providing water for us to drink, clean water for hydroelectricity, to our rivers that still sustain our lives, through our communities, to the agriculture field for irrigation, our lands, our fertile soil, to the beaches, to the ocean, our fishery sector, our green and blue economy is alive and kicking. The other thing is, we have always seen agriculture as the hoe and cutlass, digging the soil, fertilizing, using chemical kind of scenario, but it's not. It goes beyond that. There's the manufacturing, there are the other services, the banking, loans being offered, the development of agro-processing facilities, fish processing facilities, unique forms of agriculture. There's also climate change. Climate change is affecting the entire world, and so our agriculture has to go with climate change. Vincentians have seen the change in our weather patterns. We've been having some wetter dry period and some drier wet periods, and at times really dry period. So even our agriculture, is transforming to meet that challenge. We're bringing in drought-resistant species of plants, drought-resistant species of animals and plants that can resist some of these new invasive micro elements that coming in from from other sources around climate change. So you're seeing a transformation of the sector. We also have working with us some really important technical corporations and organizations like CARDI, ICA, the Taiwanese. We're partnering with global bodies. The FAO, who's a major sponsor of this event, have been working closely with us over the years to make sure that agriculture sits squarely in the lives of people. And we thank them specifically for the efforts that they will, the contribution they've made to this event. Thank them so much. We have to change our mindset about agriculture in this country. We are what we eat. You cannot produce if you don't eat. And you cannot produce well if you do not eat healthy. St. Vincent's blessed with a number of resources. Some of the cleanest waters in the world. Some of the most fertile soil in the world. It is often said that if you plant a pebble in St. Vincent, it's going to grow into a boulder. That's how fertile the soils are. Parents are saying, I break my back in agriculture for put my kids through school to become a lawyer and a doctor. There is nothing wrong with that. But if everybody leaves the sector, how are we going to feed ourselves? Do we sit back and depend on foreign goods and products that are not even consumed in some of these countries? Or do we produce it here and eat healthy to live healthy and produce? So that is the sort of mindset we're trying to change. We also had as part of the event an health fair, an entire health fair. That last Saturday was dedicated specifically for that, where we encourage farmers, families to come out and exercise and appreciate the value of good, healthy practices. So it's not about agriculture, but it's about Vincentians and the opportunity that we have to eat well and live well.
Sadly, we're at the end of another program. But don't worry, AgriBusiness Now will be back next Wednesday at the same time and channel. On behalf of the Minister and staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, we would like to wish the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines a very happy 40th anniversary of independence 2019. Don't forget to patronize the National Exposition at the Geese Shed from Thursday 24th to Wednesday 30th October 2019. Please feel free to contact us at the Communications Unit within the Ministry of Agriculture at 456-1111, extension 312 or 472, or email us at citumaf2@hotmail.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, AgriBusiness Now St. Vincent, and click on the bell to get notifications on new videos, or like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/agribusinessnow. On behalf of the Communications Unit, I am Nakita Samuel. Thanks for joining us, and do have yourself a restful night and an enjoyable extended Independence weekend.